Oh my God. 95 years since Newcastle United did the double over Manchester United. Does this season's record get any worse than this? United today absolutely walked over, rolled over, tickled bellies over. Pathetic Manchester United performance today. Honestly, coming off the back of that disaster of a finish at Lyon, you're thinking, okay, at least we showed a little bit of character. We're showing fight. We're arguing in the dressing room. We're getting angry with each other. And we're actually going to go out against Newcastle and show Ruben Amorim, even though I might not be in the reckoning to play against Lyon in that crucial game on Thursday night, that I'm a United man and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove a point to this manager that I need to be in that side. Forget it. What a bunch of absolute... Oh, God, I was going to swear again then. Try not to swear, honestly. Pathetic, gutless, cowards, frauds, clowns, weak asses. I think weak was the word I used so many times in that game there today. I said before I was a bit worried about Manchester United's physicality. I was a bit worried that we had Lindelof, Eriksen. I'm worried that we had Agate in there up against Joe Linton, Tonali, Guimaraes, Burns, Cher. That was their spine. Manchester United's spine was Lindelof weak, Eriksen weak. Then we had buddy Garnacho up front and Bruno Fernandes, who, let's be honest, they're not the most combative players of all. Joshua Zirkzee, bless his soul, worked his socks off and it cost him the rest of the season and a place where he should be on Thursday in that side against Lyon. But now we're stuck with Rasmus Højlund for the rest of the fucking bastard season. How good does that sound? Everything that I just said there in the opening section to this live show, please do get your comments in the live section as well, everybody. Just when you're looking for a little bit of a pick-me-up. Remember when we came back from the international break? And I said it, everyone was shooting me down and I fell into the trap again. And you know what? We've still got Lyon to try and pull it around on Thursday. So I've got a little bit of a fight left in me. But I said after the Leicester game, after the Sociedad game, 7 goals in 2 games. Woo! Here we go, United. See, we can use that and bounce back now after resting a few players. And all of these players coming back from injury. We can go and attack these big games. Forest, City, Newcastle, Lyon in between both of them. How many games can we win out of them? 5. We're 4 in and we have won. Again. Diddly squat 0. And we have scored 1 goal in 3 Premier League games. Christ tonight. Oh my God, this team. Honestly, it's a nothing game and it's really irrelevant, but I can still feel myself being absolutely livid and pissed off with how we limped around the pitch. I mean, where is your character? I sound like freaking Roy Keane right now. Show some pride. Show a fight. Start tackling people. I'm honestly like, wow. See, how weak are we? How weak are Manchester United? I'm looking at players there. I called Garnacho out. I literally just about to tweet out. He went out and thought, I can't. He scored a second after. The only thing Garnacho did was a nice slide through goal. Great finish. Everything else, shit. Bruno Fernandes, I feel sorry for Bruno Fernandes now. I look at him, he just looks a forlorn, frustrated figure. He cannot do anything with this side. And you can come at me if you want and say Bruno's just as bad. Yeah, he was shit as well today, wasn't he? He was. And I'm not going to try and hide away from that. But you can see what he's trying to do. But nobody's on the wavelength. There's only one player that deserves any credit whatsoever in that game today. And he limped off, bursting forward, making a 70-yard run, taking 5 Newcastle players on because he's got no fucking support and there's no one around him. He pulls his hamstring and he's now out for the rest of the season. Poor bastard, Joshua Zirkzee. I feel so sorry for the guy. Honestly, for the shit that he has got. And let's not forget, it was Newcastle at home where he was booed off the pitch last time. This time his season's ended against Newcastle with an hamstring, trying to do the work of 3 forwards on his own because no one can keep up with him. He's not the fastest guy on the pitch. He started that run from his own bleeding half. And Garnacho and Bruno still couldn't keep up with him. Why are we playing so defensive? Why are we playing so deep? Why are we not playing with any sort of bravery whatsoever? You're going into a game against Lyon here. You need to at least go into it with a little bit of momentum. But that's 4 games without a win now. And we are going to have to dig deep. We're going to have to dig so deep against Lyon. But where the hell are our goals coming from? It has dried up. And do you know what? That attacking difference, that little bit of something new with Joshua Zirkzee has now gone as well from Manchester United side. And you just look at it and you're going, how are we going to get through this season? Chido went with the Newcastle squad, didn't play any under 18s or 21 games this week, and didn't even make the bench. You're going to have to. And this is Chido now, who cannot play in Europe. We've lost another forward. It's so bad, Manchester United, honestly. No matter which way you look at it, all they do is ruin your fucking weekend every week. Like last week, we were falling asleep. We had to be woken up against City. This week, literally, we might as well have not shown up. We waved the white flag straight away. As soon as you put in that wet fart in the centre of defence, in front of a goalkeeper who hasn't played in the Premier League this season, with a debutant at left back in Harry Amass, who did well, and credit to him, Harry Amass. Great little fight in him, and I love it. Brilliant. As soon as he came off, it went to shit, real enough, didn't it? For Manchester United. But how the hell are you expected to even compete? I'm sorry. Like, we at least had a few days to recover here. And you know what? There was a chance that we could have played a bit of a stronger side. I was worried. I put it out. And it sounds contradictory on my part. It does, because I said, how can we say that this is a weakened side when the first team regulars have done shit all season and are part of our worst ever Manchester United Premier League sides? One of our worst ever. How can we even say that this starting lineup's bad? Well, oh my God. We're looking at the strength in depth, and we're looking at what we've got. Massive concerns all around for every single player right now. I thought Yoro was all over the place. Mazraoui had his worst game in a while. At the end of the day, 2 mistakes cost us. 3 mistakes in the second half cost us them goals. Again, absolute suicide moments for Manchester United, because the first half we were competing. First half, really, we had the better chances. We made Pope work harder than Bayindir in the first half, but we decided not to show up. We decided not to even come out for the second half. Is that acceptable as a Manchester United team? No, it's not. I don't know what Ruben was doing or what he was thinking or how he was thinking of approaching this, but he's got to pick these players up off the floor again right now. And he's going to need to come back on some of these players and ask for their help again towards the back end of the season here. We're going to go into every single weekend game like this if we do get through in the Europa League on Thursday, that is. God help this United fan base if we go out on Thursday. It will feel like the end of the bleeding world, honestly. It was so bad to watch. The second half, honestly. Bayindir. Mike, let's start with him. And please do get your comments in. I'm just going to go through this quickly and get through the players as best I can. And then we'll get into the chat and get your thoughts on all of this as well. Bayindir, honestly, like, I just feel like I've got no help. No one's helping me in this United side at all. I keep thinking of positives. I keep trying to bring things in. Dropping Anana, great news. And then Bayindir has an absolute nightmare of a second half. I mean, shit the bed, man. What is he doing? God. I'm like, I just needed him to get through, because he could have got away with it if he didn't make that calamity at the end there and make it 4-1. He might have scraped through when been in goal. Look, I'd rather him still be in goal than Andre Onana. He's had a nightmare today in that second half. His defence has not helped him at all, honestly. A slip from Mazraoui cost us the third goal, and then 5 defenders falling asleep as the ball goes across, and Dalot getting walked past by Barnes, who slides the ball across and then just walks back into the box and passes 5 United defenders, because we're all having a little bit of a bobies, having a little bit of a sleep, and then bang, in goes that next goal, and that's it then, that's game over. Second goal goes in, United are not coming back because we can't score bastard goals. This, I think, right now, is probably one of our worst performances of the season, at a time when we are starting to turn a little bit of a corner. Everything that we've done, all of the improvement, because we have been better, we've been a bit more solid, we've been a bit more robust, a bit more battle-hardened, and we have seen progress for Manchester United. But that really has just taken us straight back to the end of last year, the last calendar year. That's Brighton at home, that's Palace at home, that's Newcastle at home. That's all of them results. Manchester United being absolutely smashed off the park. We might as well not turn up to St James's Park ever again, because we just don't win there. And like I said at the top of the show, that's 95 years since Newcastle. Nearly a century since this side has done the double over Manchester United. How far do we have to fall before it starts to hit home and things change? If you do not use this now as the key and the trigger to actually pull the trigger on many of these players right now, metaphorically, then we're done. We're done. It's a nothing game, I know, and you could probably look at this tomorrow and say, right, let's move on to bigger and better things. Let's go to let's go to the game on Thursday. Let's have it out there. Let's get through that game, get into a semi-final, and we can just try and just see out the rest of the season. We've got 6 games to go. Manchester United right now, like literally, we could be level points with Wolves, who have just about escaped relegation over the last few weeks, if the results go bad next weekend. If Wolves beat us on Sunday, then they're going to be on level points with us. West Ham are going to take us. Everton are going to take us if it carries on this way. Like since coming back from international duty off the back of that positive vibe and bounce, it has been nothing short of absolute disastrous for Manchester United. And Jay said it when he came on. He said, has this international break come at the wrong time for United? And I was fully on thinking, you know what? At least we're going to have players back. At least we're going to get some of the unfit players back, and we can use the momentum to go forward. It's gone complete opposite for me. I really do fear for how Manchester United see out the rest of the Premier League season. I know we'll be up for the Europa League, and it'll be a different ball game, and that is all we've got to cling on to. But this Premier League season has been nothing short of absolute pathetic displays, week in, week out, weak mentality, weak physically. I mean, are we not the softest Premier League team in the league? Physically, are we not the softest? It just doesn't seem like there's any sort of bite in us at all. There's no nastiness in our team. There's nothing there. You look at Joe Linton there. Yeah, the guy may overreact at times. I look at Tonali, I look at Joe Linton and Bruno Guimaraes in that midfield. They are snappers. They're biting. They're fighting. They're going for everything. And then you've got the bench that they brought on with Gordon, who can't get in the team at the moment. That's Anthony Gordon, who's been tearing it up this season, who hasn't started for 5 games. Because they've trusted what they've had in winning the games that they have done. Newcastle have left Manchester United for dead. Absolutely destroyed us. This is an example right here of how far we've fallen from what Newcastle have done to us this season. They haven't spent anything this summer. They finished level on points with us last season. Exactly level points. And what did they spend in the summer? What did they do that was different from last season? Man United went out and spent 200 million. And we got worse. Newcastle spent jack shit because financial fair play has got a grip on them. And they got better. That's organisation. That's what it is. And you know what? When you look at it, I said the big piece about recruitment and everything, so no need to go over it all again. But what I was looking for today, more than anything, was a bit of a scrap. A bit of a fight. I'm starting on Thursday in the biggest game of the season. I want to be part of what is going to salvage Manchester United going forward. This could get us in the Champions League and help this club move forward. I want to be part of that. It does feel, to be honest, Lindelof, Christ, the man, I've no words for him. I really did fear when he went into the side today. The only good thing you can take from this is Ruben Amorim actually now knows, plain and simple, who his players are, what players are going to go, what players are going to be useful for him next season. Not many. Really not. And what you've got to take from this is at least the clarity and absolute crystal clear clarity that seems to have been needed to convince anybody that this team is shit is there for everyone to see. And hopefully the hierarchy at Manchester United also see this. It's a dead team. It's absolutely dead on its feet. There are players that are suffering because of these zombies that are walking around the pitch right now. The Rasmus Højlunds, the Lindelofs, these players, Dalot is a part of this as well. Good assist, shit defending. Again, one good game, one bad game. It's not good enough. 8 years of not getting anywhere with this guy in the team is definitely starting to show right now. They're all over the pitch. Then you bring in Luke Shaw on, and I'm thinking, we actually have finished this game with Luke Shaw on the pitch. Have we actually just gone and done that just to add salt to the wound? Honestly, I don't even think he got a touch of the ball, did he? Oh, good God, man. Like, someone put a tweet out earlier on also saying, is it time to start Heaton? At United, who is the best keeper? And I'm not Bayende or Heaton. 50% of you so far have gone with Tom Heaton as our best goalkeeper at the football club. God, it's scary, isn't it? Right, let's get into a few of your comments on this, everybody. I've had enough there in terms of what I've said, I think. I think I've made it very clear. I'll pick up on some other points as we go through when they come back to me. But, yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what Ruben Amorim actually says after this game, because he cannot be happy with that. He has just seen his team for what it really is. A bunch of pathetic cowards is what they are. That's what Manchester United are. Cowards. 100%. United Spotlight says their centre midfield three are miles better than all of ours. None of ours get anywhere near their side. No, they don't. Fred says, someone explain to me why we are not playing the under-21s in the league. Bed them in now and it's getting embarrassing. Yeah, it's getting embarrassing, but you don't want to throw them into this mess, do you? You don't want them to deal with the aggro of what this first team has actually created. You want them to seal it, don't you? Bruno Fernandes was in deep conversation with Casemiro for several minutes before going over to applaud the Manchester United fans. That's an interesting one that's just come out from Chris Wheeler there as well. I wonder what that was about, how bad we really are. Roy Keane, Manchester United are physically and mentally a weak team. Roy Keane has just echoed everything that I have said. Weak. Manchester United are just the weakest team in the Premier League. Physically, forget mental. We know they're mentally dead, this team. They cannot handle any pressure at all. They thought, job done. We're back in the game. We look like we're competitive. And then as soon as the second one went in, I bet every single Man United fan sat at home or in the stadium, bless them, watching this game went, that's it, game over. Literally what I said, I went, that's it, game over. This team doesn't score 2 goals. It doesn't score 3 to get us the win. And there you go. Bang. It proved that way because we just down tools. We were just making up the numbers. It was embarrassing. It really was. Roy Keane now and what he says. And I don't agree with everything Roy Keane's saying at the moment. But after watching that, can you disagree? We are, Manchester United that is, the weakest mentally and physically. We are the weakest team ever. It's just poor. It really is. Someone's just put there, it's actually time that the goalkeeping coach went in goal. It's just, what are we working with? I felt sorry for Baindir again, but what can we do? What can we do? Ruben Amorim on Andre Onana as well. Another quote has just come out. Sometimes you have to push the player to play again. Sometimes you have to let them disconnect a little bit. Tomorrow he will be in training to prepare for the next one. So I felt that was a good time for Andre to disconnect. I don't care about Andre Onana right now, honestly. I honestly don't know what I care about more right now. It's like, is it how bad the players are playing, how weak we are, how poor the goalkeeper is? Why can't we settle on a back line? Honestly, right now, with everyone that is fit and everyone is fit in the back, I think he needs to just decide what his defence is and go with it. Let them build up a rapport. Whether it's Aiden Heaven coming back in, Harry Maguire, Heaven and Joro. I think Mazraoui's had a poor game today, but that's his first poor game in a while. And again, I felt sorry. That slip really cost us. And great finish from Barnes. He had a good game, Barnes. And he was a nightmare for everyone in that game. He played really well and deserved his man of the match. And I'm going to give the credit to Newcastle as well in this. But I don't think that was a Newcastle anywhere near 3rd or 4th gear. They just walked over United in 2nd gear. And it was embarrassing. It was really embarrassing for Manchester United. And there is no excuse whatsoever. No excuse whatsoever for this Man United side and how they played today. Newcastle deserved a win, but they have shown themselves up yet again. They're an embarrassment to the shirt. And that, I think, is the best way I can sum up some of the attitude of these players right now. Adam, Man United don't like a battle. We've not had a team that's had balls since Sir Alex Ferguson. I'm going to say it now. Højlund, Dalot, Eriksen, Bruno, Lindelof, and Anna Mount, Casemiro, Garnacho out. I wouldn't get rid of Bruno. I wouldn't get rid of Mount out of that lot. But everyone else, I'm happy to let go, mate. Honestly, I feel like Mount right now, we can't even judge him. He's coming into a side that isn't settled. He's coming into a side where he's trying to play a system where he doesn't know who he's going to be up next to. He doesn't know who's going to be playing alongside him in that front three at the moment. Wayne says Lindelof cannot play any more games for United. It's like playing with just 2 defenders. Exactly my point, mate. Absolutely dreadful. I don't feel comfortable giving Amorim money to spend in the summer. He has not improved the team in any way, and I fear a repeat of Erik ten Hag type signings. Well, it's not going to be Erik ten Hag type signings. It's going to be a recruitment based under Ruben Amorim type signings. So, mate, he does deserve his players, and he does deserve the time and the money to be given that opportunity to actually mould his team. I'm not scared at all about what Ruben Amorim will do. Honestly, this team and his players need a fresh start. They need to be given the chance like everybody else has been given and the time that everybody else has been given. And then let's see if we can judge them. Let's not forget, You're looking at Victor Lindelof here. You're looking at Luke Shaw here coming on. Finishing that game, we had Victor Lindelof, who was a Jose Mourinho signing, and we had Luke Shaw, who was a David Moyes signing. And it was a David Moyes because that deal was already set up before Louis van Gaal walked in, before anybody tries it. So that's what we're talking about here. This is how Man United have gone wrong. To finish that game with them two in our side today tells you everything you need to know as to what Man United have got to do in the summer and how much work how much work needs to happen. It really does. It's got to that point now where we know exactly what is needed and there is no excuse for it. You cannot continue. You cannot continue with this team. And you know the core of them that are not good enough. Dalot is not good enough. Lindelof is never good enough. Eriksen is done. Casemiro, not good enough to play a full season. Rasmus Højlund needs to be sold. Where are you going to play? Xerxes, Garnacho, not good enough. Again, one good finish does not merit a get out of jail card for Garnacho today. Shit, weak as piss, blown over by the wind. There's no robustness about him at all. And people will say, lay off him, he's only 20, he needs to adapt. He's not adapting. He isn't adapting. You need that mental strength and physical strength to deal with the Premier League. And you need it even more if you're going to work for Ruben Amorim. As soon as Ahmad comes back, you wait and see how many minutes Garnacho gets. Oh, hang on a minute. He's probably going to get away with it now because bleeding Xerxes is injured. But then you've got Mason Mount. The worrying sign for me is we don't have a goalkeeper that's comfortable. And we now don't have a number 9 apart from Rasmus Højlund. We're going to have to bring in Chido into the attack in the Premier League. It's as simple as that. There's no other options. And sadly, for Manchester United to be in a position where we're having to force a 17-year-old to now be the focal point of our attack in the Premier League till the end of the season, it's an absolute disgrace that we're having to do this. We should not be in a position where we are actually having to play the likes of Chido Obi in this first team right now. That alone cries out to me absolute ineptitude at the highest level, at recruitment level and management level at this football club. It's an absolute disgrace that that lad is having to play right now. I cannot believe we're in this situation, honestly. I cannot. And you know what? When we've got Mainu back, and now he looks like he's pretty much near enough there. We've got Ahmad coming back. I just pray that these players actually go out and win that game on Thursday for Ahmad. I really do. Just to give that lad something back. Do you know what? It would be an absolute travesty if Ahmad isn't able to come back into this side and be actually competing for something at the end of the season. It really is. If we play like that next season, we will definitely be relegated. 100% we will be relegated. When you look at the Premier League right now, I'm just going to bring up the Premier League on my screen right now so you can have a look at it. Right there, look at that. Newcastle 4th right now off the back of that. And when you look at Manchester United now sat in 14th position, that is bad. -7 goals. -7 goal difference for Manchester United. Honestly, right now, if it wasn't for Spurs having an absolute hell season, Manchester United, honestly, it would be the laughingstock of all of Europe. And in fact, I think we are. To have lost this season 14 games and only won 10. It's embarrassing. We are now officially going to lose more games pretty much than we are going to win. I'm pretty certain of that. We need to win the last 6 now just to overhaul that. But -7, it's getting worse and worse and worse. It really is. And all of this while trying to integrate players into our side. Honestly, I feel like the players that were brought in today were let down a little bit by the first team players. I really do. You'd expect, even though we don't rate Victor Lindelof, you'd expect someone with that experience at international level to actually have the nous to handle certain situations there and read certain different moments in that game. But none of it. Mazraoui had a poor game just when Amas and Baindir were coming into the side. Yoro, worst game in a while for him as well at the same time. And you're feeling sorry for the players that are actually playing there. Dalot can't defend. How Barnes walked past him is embarrassing. And then just strolled into the box with Dalot just watching him stroll in there past 3 of his teammates to tap the ball in for the second. Honestly, that there tells you the switch off, like mentally. You're not there. You cannot be there. Like if United are switched on there, that goal doesn't go in. We defended the first moment. Well done. But that's it with United. That's the mentality of this team. We scored 1 goal. We've done our job. We defended that first moment. We've done our job. We've won that tackle. That's it. We've done that. But we don't win any 50-50s. We don't win any second balls. We don't react any quicker than any opposition that we play. Like the goals that we concede. Look at the goals we concede. Look at them. Look how slow the reaction times are. It's absolutely pathetic when you look at it. Harry Mass was out of his depth. Shut up, Graham. No, he wasn't. I'm not having that, mate. Lamb to the slaughter. And for someone to go in on Harry and Mass, mate, that's poor from you, Graham, mate. It really is. Out of all the other first-team players right there having a stinker, you had to pick him out? Come on, I'm not having that. So I'm going to defend Harry and Mass on that one. Not a chance I'm having that, mate. Sorry, I'm going to disagree with you there. Harry and Mass showed some moments. Yeah, he's going to struggle. He's come up against a good Newcastle side. And it'll be a great learning curve for him. But I'll tell you what, did he do any worse than anyone else in that defence? Did he, hell? Come on. Did he play any worse than Dalot? No, he didn't. Dalot was pathetic at the back today. So was the rest of the defence. And there was no way that Harry and Mass there can be blamed for anything or be brought up for any question in there for me. I felt sorry for him more than anything. And this is what we're doing. I just said the same thing. Sorry if you think I'm going in on you there, Graham. I'm just a bit angry about the first team players. But what it is with me, this is the same situation I'm talking about with the likes of Chido. It's like you're expecting a 17-year-old to compete and take United forward in the rest of this season. It's not fair. It just isn't on. And it shouldn't be happening. It's an absolute joke is what it is. It's an embarrassment for this football club that we're actually in this situation. It really is. We got a few super chats to get through. Auntie L says, 15 of our squad need to go and not effing kidding. Zamiasi says, who's worse, Spurs or United? Go off the league table, mate. Except Spurs' goal difference is better. Cheers for the super chats, guys. Welshman forever. If we lose Thursday, I think Ruben will be gone. Oh, you can't say that. There's no way that he's going to be gone, surely. Getting a few more quotes in from after the game here now as well. Ruben Amorim. People can say whatever they want to say. If you look at our position in the table, it says it all. Losing games is the hardest part in this job. Let's focus on Thursday. It's easy to say that, isn't it? God. I tried being one of them United fans having to travel home on a Sunday night again, having had the weekend absolutely ruined by an inept performance from so-called Manchester United players, Ruben. It's hard. Roy Keane talking after the game as well there. There's talk before the game on there being good signs of Manchester United and that they are getting better, but I can't see it. I just saw another poor performance, especially in the second half. It's not good enough and I worry for this group. Oh, wow. Onstein explaining the Anana situation has come up, and that is doing the rounds online as well. It just says it's unclear if Anana will start against Lyon, and that his agents may now look to trying to shift and move him away from Manchester United. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. See you later, Anana. Don't care. That's how I feel about that situation. But just so you're aware of what's happening behind the scenes as well and everything else that's going on around certain bits of news around United. Of course, we will have that covered and some going into the videos tomorrow. We'll have Jay's reaction coming up on the channel a bit later on as well, so stay close for that one. It's going to be interesting to see what Jay says as well tonight. Amorim averages just over a point a game so far. Not good enough. Let him walk in the summer before he gets sacked next season. He needs to be given the time, full time to Ruben Amorim. Still backing him. What can he do when he puts these players out there? He's asked these players to go out there today and perform, and they've not. Now, next season, if he starts picking similar players, then we can start coming down on him. But right now, he is still trying to find out exactly who has got the minerals to actually be a Manchester United player. And nobody's standing up and being counted. The only one today that was standing up and being counted for me, one player, was barely walking off or standing up at the end. And that was Joshua Zirkzee. And that is the saddest thing in all of this. We've now lost a player that has really turned his time around at United and looked like he had Newcastle's number at the back there several moments in that game. That beautiful interchange with Bruno in the first half and shot. And then that run that got him his hamstring injury, showing real signs of progress. And now he's gone. It's just our look in it and Ruben's look. One player in, one player out. Mount comes back, gives us an option, Xerxes drops away. Now we're praying on Ahmad to come back, and I guarantee it, touch wood, this doesn't happen, but as soon as Ahmad comes back, bleeding Mount will be out, and we'll be stuck with Garnacho and Hoyland forever and a day. Just there, waiting in the wings to come on every single time. Honestly, it's painful, isn't it? It's painful. The Honest Tiger, Adam, who's your 11 for Thursday now? My 11 for Thursday, to go through it very quickly, would be Bayindir in goal. Again, still don't want Onana in. Don't think he deserves his chance in goal after letting us down. And I would have a back three of... I would still have Mazraoui because I think he was unlucky today. He's come up against a good player in Barnes. The slip really affected him. Some moments he did well in, and I think he's had a bad rub of the green. I'm not going to judge Mazraoui on that one performance. He deserves to be in the team. I would have in that defence, personally, I think for a European night, I'm going to bring in Harry Maguire at the centre of the defence, unless De Ligt is fit. If De Ligt is fit, but then again, I would rather have a fully fit Harry Maguire playing in that game rather than a half-fit De Ligt. That sounds crazy, but right now we need everybody who is fully ready to go for this game. And then obviously Lani Yoro again. I would have Dorgu on the left. Not good for him when he came on today. But again, the timings he's coming on and the situations are shit. I would have Dalot on the right-hand side. Unfortunately, I don't want it to be. Someone else deserves a chance. The midfield, I think it's going to have to be Casemiro and Bruno again. I think Agate is going through a horrible spell of form right now. And I really don't see him getting any better this season. I think he needs time out and he needs to really knuckle down and work on his passing and control. I'm starting to worry a little bit about Agate right now. He's really dropped off form-wise over the last few weeks. So Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. And then up front, I'm going to go with Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount, and it's going to have to be Rasmus Højlund. And then you can make changes from there. Garnacho will do a job off the bench for United on Thursday. I really do think that's where he belongs. I really do. I disagree with people saying that Ruben Amorim is out of his depth. I really do. I don't think he is. But I see what you're saying. It's painful to watch it and try and think of a positive right now. It really is. No to Dalot, Adam, I know. But who else are we going to play, mate? Honestly. You could maybe bring in a Mass on one side who looks like Graham said, he was struggling at times. Not out of his depth. I definitely disagree with that. But you need experienced players. You need your experienced players on Thursday, and sadly, Dalot is all we've got. Adam, how long are you going to give Ruben Amorim next season to turn this around? The full season, mate. Full season. I'm not going to go in on Ruben Amorim until he's done his 2 years like Erik ten Hag did. I will be going in on Ruben Amorim, not this time next season. You could say that. He's had one transfer window. I want him to have 2 summer transfer windows. So, when we go into the 2026-27 season, by the time it hits December and that window coming, that's when I will be judging Ruben Amorim. When he hits 2 years, mate. Fully behind a man who has got a vision and isn't scared of bottling it. That's what I'm behind, mate. I want to see what he can do with his players. I really do. Thank you for the gifted membership. Honest Tiger, Novich09 with that as well. Welcome to the Members Club, my friend. That pretty much breaks everything down that's necessary, everybody. Please do drop your comments in below. I may spend some time coming back to people in the chat, in the comments section tonight as well. I'm going to go and see what Jay has got to say as well on it, and we'll deal with everything from there as well. Thank you for all of your participation throughout the streams through the day on Big Up and on YouTube, everybody. Like I said, give the video a like on the way out, please, if you're loving the content right now. Just brutally honest and to the point. That's all I'm going to ever be. Please subscribe to Forever United TV as well, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. Try not to let Man United ruin it. Go get yourself a beer. Go for a walk. Do what you got to do. United have ruined it again Sunday afternoon. But we're getting used to it now. That's the problem.